Hi, my name is Alyssa. I am the host of Stories and Spoilers, the podcast. So grab a cozy drink and get ready for this little mini episode. This is kind of a bookish birthday vibe. It is my birthday. I'm turning 27, which is crazy. Overall, I'm just really, really excited to share some books that I loved when I turned 26, some items that I really am excited to use or that I've already been loving that I want to share with you all. I have some discount codes as well, so you can get them for a little bit cheaper. And I just want to start. So let's do it. Okay, so first things first, for folks who like to listen to audiobooks and do crafty things at the same time, or just like to paint in general, I have a paint by numbers kit from a little independent women owned business called Easy Weezy. If you use my code spoilers20, you can get 20% off online. And I have the links for everything below. So if you're looking on YouTube, you'll see a little paint by numbers kit. It's a little haunted house. It's got some ghosts and little cats in the windows. And on the back, they have all the paint that you're going to need included. So when you get this, it all comes in one. So it's super cute. And after it dries, you can hang it up in your own home. So that's really adorable. And we love supporting independent businesses. So that makes me so happy. Another thing is these bookmarks for my readers out there. If you are listening, I'm sure you're a big reader. And if not, you can always get a bookmark. These are some really cute little bookmarks. This one says, "My book is calling." Real men, no thanks. I've got a dragon rider, which is great for us romanticy folks out there. You also have a little heart with ribbons that says romance reader. And then you have this little one with little flames and a little candle, and it says slow burn, where waiting makes a love story even sweeter. So these are some really cute little bookmarks that are perfect if you are a person who loves a good hardcover or a soft cover. If you use my code Ali10, you can get 10% off online. And this is with Bookcharms stores. So super cute. And then the last thing that I want to share with you all that has been a recent favorite is actually tea. So when I read, I like a little warm tea with some honey or maple syrup. And this is Caramel Cabin from Chapters Tea & Co. So if you use my code STORIES15, you can get 15% off any of their teas. They have loose leaf as well as teas that are with tea bags, which is super cute. And on the back of all their teas, it shows how long you're supposed to steep them for about 3 to 5 minutes, how hot the water could be, as well as how many scoops you might need in order to make the perfect cup of tea. So they have a really great autumn series out right now, but they also have some winterly flavors coming out with like candy cane and apple, and it's just absolutely amazing. So definitely give them a check out. So all of my discount codes for everything are below. All these little crafty things make me so happy. So I thought that I would share them with you. So yeah, I'm also going to share a book that I have been loving and I cannot wait to do a little review on and have the author on the podcast, and that is Conjuring of America by Lindsey Stewart. This is Mojo's Mermaids and Medicine, 400 Years of Black Women's Magic. I've also referenced this book in other episodes, so you know I love it. But this story is nonfiction. It also has some mythical elements as well about lore and magic and medicine and how Black women have been so impactful to society. And it's just beautiful, and it'll make your heart feel all the things. So I cannot wait to have the author on very soon and to discuss this book even quicker. Okay. The next book I want to mention is a romance. It's also a paranormal romance, and that is Mate by Ali Hazelwood. I love a good wolf romance. I really enjoyed Bride. I unfortunately my Bride copy got lost in the mail, but I am hoping to get a copy very soon. And this is the second book in that little duology. So this follows the main character from book one's best friend Serena as she's navigating her life now and having a mate and what that looks like in their society. It's definitely got some spicy moments. I annotated this puppy hardcore, and I have so many quotes in this book. I cannot wait to share with you all. But this book is really important to me because it got me out of my mind during a really hard time, and I just really, really loved the characters. So I may be an Ali Hazelwood girl yet because Love Hypothesis was not my favorite, but I really loved Bride and I loved Meat. So we'll see what happens with that. Okay, so those are two books that have meant a lot to me in this 26 year. And going into 27, I can't wait to kind of compile more books that have been really impactful to me. These are just two books that recently have really stolen my heart, and I just wanted to share with you all. I also wanted to share a little item that is not bookish necessarily, but I have been using like crazy, and that is the cashmere lip butter from EOS. This smells like a glazed donut or like a very unique vanilla scent. It leaves my lips so moisturized, especially as we go into the wintry seasons. And I think you guys would all absolutely love it. So it's under $10 and it's just thebomb.com. I also have the body wash and the lotion. Amazing, absolutely wonderful. If you like smelling like vanilla or like dessert, it is a vibe. Plus the lotion is so moisturizing. Okay, so let's dive into some of the books that I recently got from friends and loved ones and folks online. And thank you to everyone who has sent me a book. I am beyond grateful. So the first one I want to dive into is Into the Drowning Deep by Mira Grant. This book has been on my TBR for ages. I've always wanted to read it. And I do believe this involves mermaids and it does have a thriller element. So say less. Also, the person who sent me this book also gave me a beautiful little bookmark that looks like a little flower and it's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to be saying thank you to everyone who sent me books, but this one is specifically from a friend on Instagram. I also have a never ending wish list. So if you want to check that out, I'll also put that in the show notes. I have tons of books that I want to read for the podcast that I just would love to get sent if you have the chance or the opportunity, but no pressure. And this book is from Caitlin from Good Reads with Kate. So thank you so much for this amazing book. So let's look at the back and see what Into the Drowning Deep is about. 7 years ago, the Atagardis set off on a voyage to the Mariana Trench to film a mockumentary bringing to life ancient sea creatures of legend. It was lost to sea with all hands. Some have called it a hoax. Others have called it a tragedy. Now a new crew has been assembled. Some seek to validate their life's work. Some seek the greatest hunt of them all. Some seek the truth. But for the ambitious young scientist Victoria Stewart, this is a voyage to uncover the fate of her sister she lost. Whatever the truth may be, it will only be found below the waves. So this is Into the Drowning Deep by Mira Kent, and I just cannot wait to read this. I've always seen it floating around, and now I have it, and I can't wait to talk about it in 2026. Okay, so the next book that I want to reference, I actually got from Aardvark. I recently got Aardvark for the box because it was so affordable, along with the fact that it had a special edition of a book I really wanted to read by Rachel Harrison, part of a anthology that I had my eye on. But this book, I also had my eye on. It recently came out this year, and it's Isn't It Obvious by Rachel Runa Katz. I'm sorry if I said her name wrong. The cover is someone looking at another person who's staring into our eyes, and I believe this has a like podcast element. So I love mixed media in a contemporary romance. So let's see what this book is about. After a meat disaster, a podcaster and her producer fall in love over email without realizing they know and hate each other in real life. Okay, enemies to lovers. When high school librarian Yell's secret podcast starts to take off, she decides to hire Kevin, a remote freelance editor and producer, so she can manage juggling her mental health, her day job, and the queer teen book club she's been hosting at school after hours. To maintain her anonymity, they communicate strictly via email, and Kevin knows Yell only by her podcast persona, Elle. Little does Yell know that Kevin, who in real life goes by his middle name, Ravi, is the same man she tore apart for climbing out of her bedroom window after a one-night stand with her roommate, Charlie, and she certainly never expects him to show up to volunteer at her book club. In person, Yell and Ravi clash until their sparks turn into something more. Over email, Elle and Kevin are starting to fall hard when they decide to keep things strictly professional. But when Ravi discovers the truth, will keeping it a secret be the end of everything he's built with Yell/Elle? And what happens when she finds out? Will they fall twice as hard or cut ties in more ways than one? Rachel Runa Katz' Isn't It Obvious is a sharp, funny romance about loving the whole person and finally taking a chance on love. This is definitely giving You've Got Mail vibes, and I am here for it. That's one of my favorite rom-coms, and I cannot wait to read this. I love stories that have like, I fell in love with you over, the online world, and I'm in love with you in real life, but it's complicated. This also is low-key reminding me of The Neighbor Favor by Christina Forrest, which is another amazing book and that I absolutely loved earlier this year. So definitely check this out. This sounds so cute, and it just came out. So I got this one for myself as a little birthday gift. So there's that. Okay, The next book that I want to pull out is actually a book that I'll be discussing this December, and this is I'll Be Gone for Christmas by Georgia K. Boone. I cannot wait to read this book. The cover is a super cute girl sitting on a little chair reading next to a fireplace during winter, and there's another person, and they have a little coffee, and they have shopping bags, and it looks like they're in LA. It's definitely giving like the holiday, Cameron Diaz, Jack Black vibes. So I'm beyond excited for this. So let's read the back. I also will be interviewing this author for Christmas. So that's a Christmas fun little queer episode coming out very soon. Okay, so let's read the back. For fans of the holiday comes a heartwarming Christmas house swap rom-com debut in which finding yourself and finding love go hand in hand. B. Tyler needs a break. In the bustling San Francisco tech community, no one ever seems to stand still, especially her perfect sister and business partner, Beth. So when her best friend suggests a getaway on the wildly popular house swap app, Vacate, B decides a countryside retreat might be exactly what she needs. Clover Mills has had a year. Between losing her mother and making the complicated decision to leave her fiance, sticking around the idyllic Christmas-obsessed town of Salem, Ohio, just doesn't feel right. So when she hears about Vacate, she jumps at the chance to spend the holidays in the unfamiliar city of San Francisco. Soon enough, B is living in Clover's cozy Salem cottage, and Clover is living in B's sleek San Francisco apartment. As Clover can't seem to stop running into B's frustratingly gorgeous sister, and B finds herself spending more time with Clover's ultra charming ex-fiance Knox, the two women realize that Christmas they may just find what they were looking for and more. I cannot wait to read this. This sounds absolutely adorable. And I'm so grateful for my friend who sent me this book from a little bookish group. It says, enjoy your gift. Happy birthday month, Kate, from Kate Quick Reads, from Catlin Quick. Thank you so, so much for this book. I cannot wait to read it. It's just perfect for wintertime. And I am all about some romance during wintertime. Okay, the next book that I want to talk about, I actually am rereading for my birthday. It is a personal favorite, and it was sent to me by Elliot Rose, one of my favorite authors, from a little giveaway, and that is Chasing the Wild. I don't want to say too much because I absolutely love this book, and it's going to be on my top 10 favorite books of 2025, but this has a little taboo romance. It has boyfriend's dad, but the boyfriend was an asshole. Let me just add that part. It is beautiful. It's got these gorgeous sprayed edges. It has isolated location. They are stuck in this like beautiful like mountain like house because there's a snowstorm and they just cannot get out of the house, and they end up low-key falling in love, and there's lots of tension, and it's very spicy, and I just absolutely love this book. Read it ASAP. Elliot Rose is a genius, and this book was so, so good. So yeah, I have been rereading this, especially for my birthday, because it's so good. Okay, next book that I want to mention is another book I got from a friend, and this is a book that I know is going to hurt me because this author always breaks my heart, and that is Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This says, this is one of my top reads of the year. So dang good. Enjoy and happy birthday month. And this is cute. It's from Macy's Adventures in Bookland. So thank you so much, Macy. The cover has someone with long curly hair looking up at the sky, and the inside is also absolutely gorgeous. It looks like constellations and stars. So let's look at what this book is about. An epic novel set against the backdrop of a 1980s space shuttle program about the extraordinary lengths we will go to and love beyond our limits. Joan Goodwin has been obsessed with the stars for as long as she can remember. She's content with her life as a professor of physics and astronomy and as an aunt to her precious niece, Frances, until she comes across an advertisement seeking the first women scientists to join NASA's space shuttle program. Suddenly, Joan burns to be one of the few people to go to space. Selected from a pool of thousands of applicants in the summer of 1980, Joan begins training at Houston John Space Center alongside an exceptional group of fellow candidates. Top Gun pilot Hank Redman, scientist John Griffin, easygoing even when the stakes are high, mission specialist Lydia Danes, who has worked too hard to play nice, warm-hearted Donna Fitzgerald, navigating her own secrets, Vanessa Ford, the magnetic and mysterious aeronautical engineer who can fix any engine and fly any plane. As they become unlikely friends, prepare for their first flights, Joan finds love she never imagined. In a new light, Joan begins to question everything she thinks she knows about her place in the observable universe. Then, in December of 1984, the mission STSLR-9, it all changes in an instant. Fast-paced, thrilling, emotional. Atmosphere is Taylor Jenkins Reid at her best, telling a passionate, soaring story about the transformative power of love, this time among the stars. And that's Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I read Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and was destroyed. I try to read it every few years, but every single time I read it, I cry. And it's so beautiful and so tragic. And Taylor has a way of writing really complex characters that make mistakes, and you just want to hold them and shake them and question them. And when the last page happens, you are heartbroken. So I cannot wait to read this. I am so excited. I also want to say that on my wish list, I do add bookmarks sometimes, or little things that are like very cozy. And my friend also sent me this cute little bookmark that has a little sunflower on it, and it goes in the corner of your page. So that's so cute. So that's adorable. I love that. Okay, I also got some fuzzy socks from someone. They sent me some cute little fuzzy socks, which is perfect for cozy season. I always love wearing these. My feet are always cold, so thank you for the friend who sent that. Okay, next book. I recently added this to my wish list. An author on an upcoming episode actually recommended it, so I'm excited to read this little dark tale. And this is Slice of Cherry by Dia Reeves. So let's see what it's about. Happiness is a bloody knife. Kit and Fancy Cordell are sisters of the best kind, best friends, best confidants, and best accomplices. The daughters of the infamous Bonesaw Killer, Kit and Fancy are used to feeling like outsiders, and that's just the way they like it. But in Porto, where the weird and wild run rampant, the Cordell sisters are hardly the oddest or most dangerous creatures around. It's no surprise when Kit and Fancy start to give in to their deepest desire, the desire to kill. What starts as a fascination with slicing open and stitching up quickly spirals into a gratifying murder spree. Of course, the sisters aren't killing just anyone, only the people who truly deserve it. But the girls have learned from the mistakes of their father and know that a shred of evidence can get them caught. So when Fancy stumbles upon a mysterious and invisible portal to another world, she opens the door to the endless possibilities. This is so cool. The cover is two girls. One has puffy hair, the other one has like a short haircut, and they are amongst trees, and it's dark and it's gothic and it's creepy. And that is Slice of Cherry by Dia Reeves. I cannot wait to read this. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. And I know that this is supposed to be a young adult book, but I think it does have dark elements, and I'm here for it. And this says, "Happy birthday, Alyssa. Enjoy your book and the cozy blanket." I did get a really cute little white cozy blanket. This is from Dream Girl Reads. I'm so excited. Thank you, Sav. That is so, so sweet. Thank you. Okay, next book from my little haul. I'm sorry, my foot's falling asleep, but I'm going to keep going. Okay, so let's go to the next book. Okay, this is We Set the Dark on Fire by Tehlor K. Mejia. Okay, looks super cool. This is also on my wish list, so I'm excited for that. This is from Becca the Bookworm. So thank you so much, Becca. Her blog is awesome. Definitely check it out. Okay, so what does this book say? A masterfully constructed novel from Ala Booklist. Ooh. Daniela Vargas is a top student at the Medio School for Girls, where young women are trained to be perfect wives to distinguished men. But her pedigree is a lie. She must keep the truth hidden or be sent back to the fringes of society. But when a resistant group learns where she comes from and asks her to become one of their spies, Danny must decide. Will she give up everything she strived for in pursuit of free Medio and a chance at forbidden love? Ooh, this looks absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to read this. And thank you so, so much, Becca. This is so, so cool. So thank you. Okay, on to the next. All right. How to Survive a Horror Story by Mallory Arnold. Ooh, it's got a little seal on the front, has a little skull on it. So let's see what this is about. I also have to say the edges are giving. They are like teeth and they have blood on them. And it looks the book is like eating. It's so cool. Oh my gosh. I have come to love a good sprayed edges. Call me what you want. Okay. And when you open the book, it's a little haunted house and it says How to Survive a Horror Story. So cool. There also seems to be some art inside of the book, which is interesting. I'm always here for that. Oh, it has the names of all the characters and a little letter inside, which is really cool. Okay. All right. This is from a friend. This says, Happy birthday, Alyssa. I hope you have a great day. From Susie, a witch and her book. Thank you, Susie. Okay. 7 authors enter the manor. Can they survive the story within? When legendary horror author Mortimer Queen passes, a group of writers find themselves invited to his last will and testament reading, expecting a piece of his massive fortune. Ooh, this is giving Knives Out vibes. Okay. Each has their own unique connection to the literary icon, some known, some soon to be discovered, and they've been waiting for their chance to step into the author's shoes for some time. Instead, they arrive in the grand manor and are invited to play a game. The rules are simple: solve the riddle and progress to the next room. If they don't, the manor will take one of them for itself. Ooh. You see, the Queen estate was built on the bones of Mortimer's family, and like any true horror story, the house is still very, very hungry. Ooh, I love a good haunted house. Okay, I am 100% in. I love this. Thank you so much, Susie. I read spooky books year round, okay? Maybe not at night, but I do read them, so I'm super excited. Okay, on to the next. Okay. Christmas Cupid by Barbara Winks, a magic bakery. Oh, this looks so cute for winter. Oh my gosh, the cover's a little bakery, so super cute. Oh, sorry. This looks and sounds so cute. Hope you enjoy. Happy birthday, Bookish Birthdays from Strictly Bookish Kaja. So thank you so, so much, friend. This looks so adorable. Okay, and it's giving wintry romance. And y'all, December's right around the corner. Does a small town bakery offer more than a sweet holiday treat? Or has its owner found a clever marketing ploy? Natasha's favorite way of spending Christmas is on a beach with a cocktail, far away from mistletoe and cheer she doesn't believe in. She's not happy when her boss sends her to a small town in Pinedale to investigate the legend of Christmas Cupid. In the Magic Christmas Bakery, customers have fallen in love sharing sweet treats for generations. Oh, it's giving like Hallmark romance. Okay. Natasha's prepared to uncover a scam until she meets Ivy. And it's queer and it's gay. I love it. Natasha is prepared to uncover a scam until she meets Ivy, third generation owner of the bakery and the current Christmas Cupid. Instead of a fraud, Natasha uncovers and discovers a seasonal delicacy and meets the couples who are blessed by the bakery's matchmaking magic. As the story changes, it's possible that a cynic like her could fall for a woman who is all but helping others to find the one. And this is The Christmas Cupid by Barbara Winks. This looks so cute. Oh my gosh. And it's super short. How long is this book? It's like, it looks pretty short. Oh, it's 158 pages. Okay. I'm here for it. All right. We love a little quick read. Okay. Ooh, I have my eye on this one. This is Tiffany D. Jackson's White Smoke. And on the top it says, creepy, frightening. I wanted to scream from R.L. Stein. Okay. Tiffany D. Jackson wrote one of my favorite books last year, and that was The Weight of Blood. So I'm so excited to read her next book. This has a beautiful Black woman on the front with smoke all around her and a little haunted house below her. Ooh, spooky. You won't be staying here for long. I'll make sure of that. When Marigold and her newly blended family moved to the embattled city of Cardwell, Mari thinks this might be the fresh start she needs, but the renovated picture perfect home on Maple Street, sitting between the dilapidated houses, is surrounded by weary neighbors, has its secrets, and secrets always find their way through the cracks. Ooh, this looks so good. Okay. And the back says, Happy birthday. I pray it's wonderful, from Ashy M. Thank you so much. This looks absolutely amazing. And I'm here for the like first page of the book. I like looking at those sometimes. And this says, Creak. Buddy freezes his tail erect. It's nothing, Buddy. Chillax. I say, rinsing off the cup before shelving it. This place is old and full of old house noises. My toes drum against the floor, barefoot. I can fully feel the house is strangely uneven, the ground tilting forward, as if trying to feed its contents to the street. The cold bites into my bare legs, and I check the time. 3:19. Bud, let's go, I order. Creak. This time, the sound is distinct, sharp and close, like it's right next to me. Creak. A chill wraps my arms in ice, fear ramping up its engine. Shit, I say, and take off, stumbling back to my room, and Buddy at my heels. Ooh, and that is from White Smoke by Tiffany D. Jackson. Also, my friend sent me a cute little bookmark with a little moth on it and some moons, which is so cute. And I love anything celestial and cozy and kind of like practical magic vibes. So I'm here for it. Okay, next book on my list is The 7 Year Itch by Amy Dawes. And the sprayed edges is a little bit of plaid, which is so cute. I loved her other book. It was The 9 Month Contract. That was surprise pregnancy, sort of. She was a surrogate, so I guess not really. But it was so cute. And in that book, the love interest kept buying more and more animals because she was like an animal lover, and she also would like work with them, and she loved rescuing animals. And each chapter would like count all the animals that were being added to the property, which was so cute. So I'm excited to see what this book is about, because the love interest, the guy she was falling in love with, he had like multiple brothers who lived on the mountain. So I think this may be a series following those guys, which is so cute. And the cover has a man with tattoos and a plaid shirt looking at a blonde woman and a little cat sitting on a tree, which is so cute. And it says a mountain men matchmaking novel. Ooh, I'm here for it. Let's read the back. Alone and looking to bone, loudmouth mountain man seeks fiery woman to grow old with. I might look like a tall, tattooed, bearded Neanderthal, but like an onion, I have layers. Swipe right to see if you like. Swipe right if you like a proud cat daddy who catches feelings after direct eye contact. Okay, this is super cute. All right. All I wanted was a casual +1 to my brother's destination wedding, but those idiots on my family tree hacked my dating profile and sabotaged my quest for a perfect weekend fling. And now I'm stuck on a tropical vacation with my hand to keep me company until I'm forced to share a room with the bane of my existence, my sister-in-law's best friend. Ooh, okay. Dakota has hated me for the past 7 years, but I wasn't losing much sleep over her screaming rants because she was some other guy's problem, or she was until she got divorced. Ooh. Being stuck in paradise with a woman who loathes your very existence doesn't sound hot, but after an unexpected moment in our shared pulpa, she starts screaming at me in a different way. What happens in paradise stays in paradise, that is, until Dakota shows up to my mountain with a proposition. Be her wingman to help her regain her pre-divorce confidence. Suddenly, Dakota is not just a person I love to fight with. She is the woman I want everything with. Ooh, this is so cute. And I will also say in the first book, um, the the guy who was like the love interest, I guess, he had a niece and she was a really big fan of like Taylor Swift, and she wanted to see him happy. She knew that he wanted to be a father. He was looking for surrogates, and she ended up kind of matching him up with his surrogate and low-key planning for them to fall in love, and like she had good intentions. So I think that maybe she may have hacked this character's dating app, which if she did, I just love how like she plays a role in wanting all of her relatives to fall in love. And I hope if that's the case, you get to see her again because I loved her in book one. But that was A 7 Year Itch by Amy Dawes. So cute. I know she writes spice really well. I love how she writes found family, and I really enjoy how every single chapter you cannot stop reading. So thank you so much for the friend that sent me this book. I'm part of a little book group on Instagram, and we send each other books each month for each other's birthdays. So it was my birthday this month. So I can't see the note from who sent me this book, but I know someone sent it to me. So thank you. Okay, we're moving on to the next one. All right. So this is a book my friend Kavashi actually gave me. She has an Instagram. It's Vashti Reads. Follow her on Instagram. She's so cool. And this is Sex, Lies, and Sensibility by Nikki Payne. So she also gave me a little bookmark that says "Be Happy," and it's got bees on it. So thank you so much, Kay. This is so cute. Okay. Two sisters roll up their sleeves to run a dilapidated inn, but must learn to work with the locals in this deliciously spicy novel inspired by Sense and Sensibility. Ooh, we love a good little Jane Austen retelling. Okay. There's never a good time to learn that your father's secret child. Ooh, okay, T. Especially not at the reading of his will. With their father's affairs laid bare, Nora's sensible reputation in tatters due to a viral video scandal, she and her free-spirited sister have nothing left but a rustic inn in the middle of nowhere and each other. What's more is they need to revamp the inn before Labor Day or they lose it all. Nor hasn't even knocked the traveling dust off last season's designer boots when she's confronted by three problems. One, she really should have watched more HGTV. Two, she hasn't seen another black person for miles. And three, a tall, dark stranger has already staked claim on their property. And I'm so sorry if I say this person's name wrong. Abniki Eco Tour Guide Ennis Bear Freeman has seen hapless tourists come and go. And when he spots two pampered city girls at his unofficial headquarters, he expects them to catch a flight out of the inhospitable coastal Maine backwoods within a week's time. But Nora, it turns out, is made of stern stuff, and she rolls up her sleeves to breathe new life into the inn. She unwittingly reignites a flood of emotions inside Bear that he had very intentionally suppressed. Their connection is electric, their desire palpable, but Bear's silence about his mysterious past might turn out to be the one thing that sends Nora packing. And that is Sex, Lies, and Sensibility. This looks so cute. My friends, this is a really good book, so I'm so excited. And the last thing I want to show you guys isn't a book. It's actually an item my girlfriend got me. And this says Alyssa's Cozy Library. So it's lavender and it's got a little cat on it. It's a little sign. So I can put this up behind me. So when I'm recording, you guys can see it. So this is so cute. So thank you, babe. I'm so happy. But those are some of the books that I hauled for this episode. I hope that you all add them to your TBR. They'll be listed in the show notes below. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. I'm so grateful. And honestly, going into 27, life has been ups and downs. We all go through things, but this podcast has been such a passion project, and I'm so proud for all the people that I've built a community with, everyone who's been so supportive and so kind, all the authors and all the business owners who've come on this podcast. I'm so grateful for all of you giving me your time and everyone who listens. So thank you. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for listening. Please like this on YouTube, subscribe, leave a little rating on Spotify. It all helps. And I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. Thank you.